Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me today. In my last video, we talked about how we can stay mentally fit and healthy. This time, let's talk about ways we can get better at running to improve our core physical fitness. Number 1, warm up. Before heading out for a run, you should always warm up. Go for a slow run at conversational pace for about 10 to 20% of your intended running distance. So say 1.5 to 2K if you're going to run a 10K. Practice some striding beforehand, do some pre-run yoga. The principle of warming up applies at all scales. It doesn't just apply before each individual run, it also applies before a block of running training. Say if you're training for a half marathon over a period of 16 weeks, when you start, you don't just start running 15-20Ks at race pace. You build up your fitness in the first 2 weeks. You warm up. Moreover, it even applies at the maximal scale of taking up running as an activity. So if you're new to running, don't just go out the door, start running 5Ks every day. Build up your cardiovascular endurance on the bike. Start training lunges, abdominals, squats at the gym. Warm your fitness up to the process of running, and then, when you're warm, go out the door and hit the ground running. Number 2, make a plan. Once you're warm, sit down, look at your week, and work out where you have time to do what in terms of running. Take advantage of whatever you can. If you live near a park, run there. Save time. If you know someone who's an experienced distance runner, chat to them. Get all the advice you can from them about how they started, what they'd do if they were starting out now. There are loads of great videos out there by people like Philly Bowden and Stephen Scullion on the different ways you can train as a runner and how you can assemble them into a coherent and awesome running plan. As a rough guide, I'd recommend 1 focused run per week, 1 slow run, and 1 fast run. A focused run consists of exercises and drills where you train specific aspects of running. For example, hill repeats, interval training, progression runs where you run the first quarter at conversational pace, then at mid pace, then at tempo pace, and then all out to practice your finish in races. A slow run is a run that you do at conversational pace, so make sure you talk whilst you're doing it to make sure you're not creeping up that speedometer. For me, a slow run would be about 5.5 minutes or 6 minutes per kilometer for about 8 to 12 kilometers distance. The right distance for a slow run is about half of the maximal distance you could run. So in my case, as my max distance is a half marathon, I'll run between 8 and 12 kilometers on my slow runs. And the slow run should be in heart rate zones 1 and 2 if you have a sports watch. The fast run should be at about 80% of your race pace, or about heart rate zones 3 if you have a sports watch. So in my case, if I was running a 5-kilometer fast run, I would run that in about 20 minutes, so about 4 minutes a kilometer. If you're new to running, I would recommend starting with 2 slow runs and 1 focused session. And for the focused session, I would preferably do that with others. Number 3, slow motion. Probably the most important tip on this video. Don't just listen to my last tip and think, 1 slow run, I'm going to do 1 focus session per week and 2 fast runs per week. That will lead to me improving more quickly. Wrong. If you do this, you'll end up doing 1 focus session per week and 2 medium runs per week, as you simply won't be able to reach true fast pace twice a week. So you'll just split your fast effort into 2 medium runs, rather than doing a genuinely slow run and a genuinely fast run. Remember, the slow run is at conversational pace. It's supposed to feel easy. You're supposed to be able to think. The fast run is supposed to really push you. You won't do this if you do 2 fast runs a week, because you won't be doing a genuinely fast run. So you will be neither training your mind nor your body. If you do have the fitness to do a sustained period of 2 or 3 fast runs a week, you're going to get injured eventually, and that will slow you down in the long run. But the most important reason to do a slow run is this is your study run. When I was at university, I so often wished that I could watch my lectures in slow motion, because I often missed what the lecturer was saying whilst I was furiously taking notes at breakneck pace. The same is true with running. We can see things more clearly and resolve them with greater precision in slow motion. You'll notice things about your running form, your cadence, your breathing patterns, your heart rate, the way you use your arms, the way you flick your heels, the way your feet hit the ground. On your slow run, you can study all of these things in great detail, write them down, think about them, start to understand how your body is moving when you're running, and then you apply what you learn on the slow runs to your fast runs, and you get even faster. Number 4, no pain, more gain. When you start running, you'll start to notice weaknesses. Maybe you get stitches, maybe you feel indigestion, maybe you need to go to the bathroom whilst you're running, maybe your left knee starts to hurt. Don't just think, oh, no pain, no gain. These will disappear as I get fitter, so let's just run harder and harder and harder. You'll end up injured if you do that. What you want to do is remove these weaknesses, remove these sources of pain, so you can run faster, run longer, run stronger, and enjoy running more. So log these weaknesses that you're noticing and research them on the internet. There are lots of great videos out there from seasoned runners, elite runners, who have experienced these weaknesses and removed them. For example, if you get a lot of stitches when you're running, then you need to be relaxing the shoulders more and breathing from the abdomen. There's a great video about that here, do check it out. If you're suffering from indigestion or you're really struggling to run after eating and you simply don't have enough time in your day to wait long enough after your meals to feel comfortable on a run, start running first thing in the morning. So you wake up, drink some water, eat a little bit of fibrous food, maybe some raspberries, wait 10 minutes, you'll need to go to the bathroom, then head out, hit your run, come back, shower, have breakfast, start your day. Humans are fantastic sources of information, so join a running group. This doesn't have to be at a sports association or a gym or a track and field club. It can be a social running group. Go on Meetup, check out what's available in your area, or you can start one at your job. Please don't let me catch you running without warming up. Just don't do it. And then, when you're warm, go out the door and hit the ground running.